Hello and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. Well, it's almost like an overnight taste challenge. It's 5:44 a.m. Central Time. But that's why I had that lamp on. So I don't know if we'll see the sun come up during this little examination. I don't want to run too this taste challenge because I don't want to run too long. I want to go to the store. All right. I have coffee. That's my palate cleanser. Cafe Bustelo. I bought a bag of whole beans, and I had this little coffee grinder. I grind it in, but you can't put too many in the grinder at once. It's real slow. I'm not doing that anymore. It's kind of a novelty. Yeah, I know you can put it in the machine at the store, but the store I bought it from doesn't have one of those machines. Okay, so I'll just go back to the Great Value medium roast, which to me has a little better flavor. And Cafe Bustelo is owned by Folgers, by the way, who's owned by J.M. Smucker. All right, well, back to this. Jack Daniel's number 7. Okay. Not old number 7, number 7. When was it introduced? You can't really find out. The distillery was established in 1866, and at some point after that, they came up with the Jack Daniel's brand. But when I went to their headquarters, their facility in Lynchburg, Tennessee last year, they have like a museum. You don't have to pay for that. You don't have to pay to visit, and you can buy the liquor. Now, they say it's a dry county. Yeah, it's a dry county, except that you can buy all sorts of Jack Daniel's whiskeys there at the gift shop. They're a little higher than, I guess, at the average grocery store here, but not real sky high. But they had a lot of green label. But in the museum, they had a lot of green label all the way back to, like, it would say circa 1890. You know, the bottles, but around the 1890s, and they showed how the bottle shape changed over the decades, and it changed a lot. About like every 10 years, they kind of tweaked it and changed it. This is the new sharp-edged bottle. So what happens, I think, is other companies try to mimic the Jack Daniel's look, so then they'll change it, and then say, "Now you got to change your bottles again." Okay, so they're showing the awards, some of the gold medals, and then the number 7. You know, the black label says old number 7, and then more stuff about World's Fairs, sour mash made in Tennessee, and then they show the headquarters there. You can go there to their distillery. Sorry, I can't give you any website information. Really, there isn't any. I mean, you can go to the Jack Daniel's website, and there's a frequently asked questions area, and they'll mention this. They say that, like, frequently asked question, what is the green label? They say, oh, it's a younger Jack Daniel's. It's at the lower and center part of the warehouse from those barrels. It's the same recipe. And they told me on the tour that when it's lower and in the center, it gets a lot of more cool air on it. And it doesn't get the proper heat that it needs to really cure. So they said when they make that single barrel Jack Daniel's, they get the ones that are at the very top row, like the 22nd floor or whatever it is. Maybe not that high. What am I? I'm thinking of 22,000 barrels at Barton. Whatever, the 11th floor, whatever. I don't know how many floors they've got. That's immaterial. The top level in the heat, because they said in that summer heat, they're not air conditioned or heated barrel houses. They just open windows with slats to keep the rain out, and they let air come in and out. So this is the one that's not getting that extreme heat. They said that extreme heat is necessary to make it better. And so the single barrel is what's coming. But Jack Daniel's is a blended straight. Now you say, well, how can it be a blended straight bourbon whiskey? The straight bourbon just means that it's 100% bourbon, and it's aged at least 2 years in never before used charred oak barrels, okay? And it's 51% corn. But they don't just take it out of a single barrel and say, ta-da, here's Jack Daniels. No, no, no. This goes on for, it's a lengthy process of taking various barrels, high in the warehouse, low, middle in the warehouse, the center, you know, and they don't call it blending, okay? They call it mingling. Okay, they don't, he said, you want to blend something? Go get a blender. We mingle our whiskey. I said, okay. So when you get a Jack Daniels, this green label or the black, it's mingled. Different barrels. One is too strong, one's too weak. You know what I mean? One needs more smoothness. And that's what they do. They blend, 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 blend. Until they get there's a center point of taste and on that template. And then they get to that center, and they get inside that bullseye. That's appropriate. And it's made to where the consumer would never notice any variance. There's no, you know, the tolerances are tight. So single barrel, they just pick a barrel, maybe they like it, and they say, okay, all this is going to be Jack Daniel's single barrel number, blah, blah, blah. Okay. You go to Scotland, they got single malt, but it's still blended. Okay, I don't want to get into all that. It's not, I don't know. I don't want to, they just don't use grain whiskey. It's all pot still blended single malt. But anyway, we're going up against Redemption High Rye, which was introduced in 2010. I know that. It's a bourbon, but it's not a straight bourbon. It's an Indiana bourbon. Well, it can be from Indiana, but it's a 1 year aged. It has to be in new charred oak barrels. So it's in new charred oak barrels, but it's only aged 1 year. So it doesn't meet the 2 year requirement to be straight bourbon. Okay. So we've got Tennessee versus, poured too much. Well, I'll just set it on the side, and then in the morning I'll take little sips. It'll go away, you know. That's not a whole lot. I broke my little nice, those weren't the greatest, but they were convenient little snifter glasses, you know, those little mini snifters. I dropped one and it smashed when it hit the floor. They didn't have a good stem to grab them, you know, and I had a feeling one day I was going to drop it, but I didn't think it would smash. I thought, you know, it's a wooden floor. It's not concrete. It's softer than concrete, but it smashed. And I mean, it smashed to like powder. I said, golly gee. So much for that. I've smashed so many, all my good beer glasses I smashed, you know, the ones I don't really like, they never break, you know. Okay. Got the coffee. It's getting cold, so I better hurry. Okay. I guess they're about the same color. Amber, right? Alcohol eggs. You can't, on color, you're not going to get it. Now, in the aroma, when I did Jack Daniel's number 7 versus this, I had it all confused. I thought the Jack Daniel's was the Redemption, and I thought the Redemption was the Jack Daniel's. And I was saying, oh, this one has more punch. It's got more alcohol. It's got more body. It's got more rye. And I went on and on and on. Lo and behold, I look at the tag. Oh, no. It's Redemption. So that didn't speak too well to my taste ability. But then maybe that's not speaking too well to Jack Daniel's taste presentation. It's aged 4 years. It's straight bourbon whiskey. Oh, I'm sorry, Tennessee whiskey. Same thing. It's sour mash, it's charcoal mellowed before it goes in the barrel, all these fantastic things. And then here's Redemption over here, High Rye, you know, big whoop, High Rye, that's big whoop because you get almost anything from Sazerac, whether it's straight bourbon or blended whiskey, and it's High Rye, and it's going to have that sharp rye taste. So you want a really good rye whiskey, I think you get something like Pikesville. That's a famous Baltimore area thing. And I saw that at Matherne's, Pikesville Rye. And now everybody's coming out with rye. Jack Daniel's Rye. Tennessee Rye. Which Sounds good to me. But you know, you got all these elaborate processes with Jack Daniels, and it's not beating something that's the same price. Okay, same price. But it's only aged 1 year. But it is 92 proof. Now we got to go there. We got to talk about that. Jack Daniels is only 80. But why did that? But it was weird because the 80 proof seems stronger than the 92. Now your counterpoint might be you just don't know enough about whiskey. You don't drink enough of it. Good point. I didn't start drinking whiskey regularly until about 2 years ago, if it was that long. And I guess you got to have the experience. You can't have experience if you don't get the experience, right? Like people will feel bad. They'll join beer clubs and all, and they're what they call newbies. So they don't know a lot about beer. And then some people look down on them like, you don't have a lot of experience. Well, right. Well, how are they going to get the experience if they don't have the experience? And then you're sitting there tearing them down and then bragging about how great your knowledge is. That doesn't encourage people to get into the hobby. It encourages them to go back to drinking Coors Light and, you know, back when they were happy in that world. Hillbilly says, getting ready for work. Thought I would say hi. Hello, Hillbilly. Hello to you. The dead man rules. Oh, yeah. Would any of the ryes that Jack Daniels has released go up well against the Redemption? I can't say because I've never tried them. So I really don't know. I would assume they would, because I didn't find that Redemption was so extraordinary. Okay, let's check it out. I don't know what's going to happen here, but we'll find out right at this moment. Then it's off to the grocery store. I want to use that coupon for that Johnsonville sausage, $1 off. I think if you buy 2 packs, I was going to buy 2 packs anyway. So, and I had some grits this morning, so I got the corn taste in my mouth. Yeah, it smells like charcoal, corn whiskey that was put in a charred barrel. Yeah, also, it also smells like that over here, but a little more caramel, sweeter, sugary, and I don't know about bold, though. This one smells a little more fiery, the one on the left. Okay, I got to finish this coffee, really. It doesn't have enough flavor. But this Cafe Bustelo is supposed to be like an espresso type coffee. And I had it in the automatic drip, you know, the Hamilton Beach automatic drip. So I don't know. I don't know. That great value seems to work better. It's just designed for that, that very basic process. Okay. And I got half the bag left to grind, but I'm going to get through it and I'm never going to buy it again. Okay. Taste. Yeah, it's like fiery alcohol, corn, and rye, spicy rye bread. But I said that with the Jack Daniels and I got it all confused. And now my excuse could have been I was tired. I went to the Mardi Gras parade. I wasn't on my game and all of that. I mean, that's bull. I was tired, but from walking, not from like sleep deprivation. I didn't sleep that well last night. So I could use that excuse today, but I don't use those excuses. I just got it mixed up. You know, I just was wrong. Okay, you're wrong. You do taste challenges, you're wrong. And I have people calling me out on these and whatever, but I'm always saying, where's your where are your taste challenges? Where's your channel? Oh well, I'm not doing that. Okay. But you do have a right to comment. It is a video channel. You're not obligated to do your own video channel just because you want to make comments. I agree with that. Okay. This one over here tastes even more corn grits. I mean, it's just like, let's go eat some more grits. And it's got charred barrel. And a little alcohol flavor. I guess they're both about as good as each other. Okay, so one's from Indiana, one's from Tennessee. They're both about $23 a bottle. So, but the Jack Daniels I think the Jack Daniels was $25 a bottle, but it's a better value because that's a 1 liter. Okay, so this is 1,000 milliliters. That's 750 milliliters. So, but that's only sold in Texas. So, I mean, I could drive to Orange, Texas to get some, but I don't really think I'm going to drive 206 miles west to go get some Jack Daniels Green Label. Although I could be talking and driving 206 miles west to do some shopping one day. You know what I mean? Go scouting, a bunch of liquor and stuff and beer. But I would just continue on 90 west and or I-10 west to Houston. Then I go up and see my friends in the Woodlands probably. But I mean, I like to do that shopping, go to Mexico, go over to the Mexican border and all that. Man, this is a tough call. I'm telling you, this is not easy. That's my only gripe against people that are coming at me saying, because they're acting like it's easy. Like any fool could tell those apart. Oh, yeah. I think I can tell them apart, though. I think this one is the redemption because it's a little stronger in the rye. It's just got that, you know, that rye peppery thing going. They both have a little menthol. So, okay. I'm not super confident, but I'm like mostly confident. So I'm going to say this is redemption. Man, what is the deal? That's Jack Daniels. Number 7. Well, okay, what's the moral of the story? Can you age a bourbon for 1 year and then put it up against a bourbon, Tennessee whiskey, that's aged 4 years and have trouble telling them apart? Apparently so. Apparently so. In my case, now that may not apply to anyone else on earth, but it applies to me. And I have done it twice in a row. I got them mixed up. I'm sorry. And I mean, it's not like I drank 2 sips of this bottle. Look, I mean, we're almost 50%. Yeah, we're like 48, 52%, whatever, down the bottle. Probably 52% left. So I've been drinking on it and thinking on it and challenging on it. And look at the redemption. Same story. I mean, like, and my friend David tried a little of it. He wasn't too impressed. But I don't know. I just can't get it right. Okay, I cannot. Now, the next challenge, I'm going to probably have to do this evening. Don't worry. I'm not going to, you say, oh, he's going mad now. He's going to start doing 2, 3 a day. No. I have some scheduling issues, so I'm just going to double up, and then there'll be other days where I'm not going to do anything. You know what I mean? There won't be any challenges, there won't be any liquor drinking, so it's all quoted. It's all according to a quota system, believe me. All right? You might think I'm making it up, and I'm not. I have a beer drinking quota every week, wine, and this. So it's regulated. I'm going to go up against Wild Turkey bourbon. Now, I have a feeling that the Wild Turkey might shine through a little better because that's aged 5 years, but it's just a feeling. I could fail again. Green Label. Okay, now he says the Green Label seems stronger than Black Label, but maybe that's just me. Laugh out loud. Yeah, because it's no stronger. They're the same alcohol level, 80 proof. And they're saying the Green Label's younger, but I mean, it doesn't have an age statement on it. So that means it's got to be at least 4 years. So, I mean, how younger? A day younger? You know what I mean? I don't think it's extra. Ooh, the label's coming off. Look, that's not good. Pure spring water, yeast. 100% whole natural grains, corn, rye, and barley malt. Yeah, same old story. They don't give the percentages. This is the same thing. Water, corn, rye, and barley malt. But it's 60 corn, 36% rye, and 4% barley. Only 4% barley malt. Okay. Okay. Lindsay Ryan Coleman says, out of curiosity, have you heard of Frank Sinatra Jack Daniels? It's $400 and it seems to sell when it's on the shelf, although I never tried it. Yes, Mathern's has it. Right here in this town, they get all kind of specialty whiskeys. They sell for all kind of money. You know what I mean? And the manager is teasing me all the time saying, when are you going to start buying some expensive stuff? You need to buy some good stuff, $500-$600 bottles. I say, yeah, right. Oh boy. Sound like a rabbit just got attacked, probably by an owl. And they scream, you know. We are infested with rabbits out here, and the owls just hang around, and the coyotes, and they just feast, you know. All right, anyway. That's the law of nature. Okay, so this one didn't work out too well, but it wasn't a total waste of time. It was interesting to try them. I mean, after I get through all of this, I'm gonna do the blended whiskey, the Barton American whiskey. Now that might not get too many views. People might say, I don't want to watch Barton go up against Seagram 7 and Barton against Carstairs and Barton against Club 400. Well, I can understand that. They're all obscure brands, but believe it or not, they don't taste the same. They're similar. They're similar, but they're not exactly the same. It's kind of like what I'm drinking today. But these two are so similar that I couldn't get them. I couldn't differentiate them. I couldn't tell them apart. So that could be a reflection on me more than the product. But anyway, which one would I buy if I was buying? Well, of course, I would buy the green label because it's cheaper per, you know, I can get a $25 bottle and it's a 1,000 milliliter as opposed to 750. So I would, with these two, it's price only, shop price. And that would go with the black label Jack Daniels versus Redemption. Price only, because the quality is just negligible. The quality difference, if there's any difference. So I would never base it on anything but price alone. And I wouldn't say that for every item of alcohol, but for those two, black label, green label, Redemption, let price be your guide. And we'll see what happens on the next taste challenge later today. Apparently, hopefully, we'll see. Thank you for watching this video production.